live shortly. Yeah, don't forget to confirm the sound.
Welcome to the People Show. The People Show, the customer experience radio with love every Tuesday at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Report any brand company with me live on air. Let the whole world hear you. But like I said, you must have your evidence. And it's your responsibility as stipulated and contained in the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection.
Stipulated and contained.
This is
He's picking it up on Facebook. Good. It's good to know. It's to keep on making sure that it continues to work. Welcome everyone on Facebook and YouTube. We are going live on radio in a few seconds. Esi-Ìfẹ, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
What is it complaining about? Mr. T, we are ready here.
Yep, ready to go ahead, sir. Yeah.
It's a bright and lovely Saturday, the 15th day of March. That's all. The month is going off. Well, welcome. Good morning, friends. Welcome to the Vintage Talkshow with the Fudge. And friends, wherever you are listening to us or watching us, is it on YouTube, Facebook, any other book, you're welcome. Today's going to be interesting. I have my friends around me. My name, of course, is Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends call me Fudge. I'm your uncle, and my co-uncle is there. And it's bright and early this morning. We hope we stay all the way, considering what Nigeria is saying. It is a nice way to have you on this morning, Tokunbo. Ojekunle. Good morning, Mr. T.
Good morning, Fudge. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Esi-Ìfẹ. Everybody, I'm wishing you well. Fudge, you know what 15th of March stands for? It's usually called the Ides of March. If you read Macbeth, the Ides of March was when the protagonists in the play was killed. So I've always looked at Ides of March as the 15th day, and it's going to be a happy one for us. It's not going to be a sad one for us.
Yes,
everybody's going to be happy all through for the Ides of March. Good morning.
No negative Ides of March for us. It can't be in this country as if we have any negative Ides. We want it great. We want it great. She's the one that come. Well, we've, we've been trying to align ourselves. It's not an easy thing to. It's not an easy thing to be on radio, be on TV, be on YouTube simultaneously. So you're edging here, you're rearranging here, you're
You
packing
have
this
to.
up. You don't have
You
a
have
standby
to.
cameraman. You're one in all in
But
one.
Fudge, that's the advantage of the AI. If you had installed AI from your studio end, all you do just sit down and it finds
Yeah,
you, locates your voice, does everything for you.
yeah, yeah. The great piece of yeah. I mean, where's my manners? I didn't introduce my delectable dark one. Good morning, Esi-Ìfẹ, Arogundade.
Good
Good
morning
morning.
to everybody. Welcome to a lovely day, a beautiful day. Stick with us
Thank
as we
you.
give you all we have for you today.
Stick with us as we give you all we have. It's gonna be interesting. 2 hour long discussion today. Let's start. Mm, before we start, let me warn you that we continue to speak to truth to power here and shine light on dark spots. But we have a lot of bills to pay today. I will start this one. Let's take a short break.
On Security 247 and Family Protection every Wednesday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Top Radio.
Oh, it's already 5 minutes. We have not even started.
247 and Family Protection is a trusted source for staying safe in business, marriage, social security, parenting, and security for family. With round-the-clock information from expert analysts on how to protect yourself in an ever-changing world. Security 247 and Family Protection. Your safety is our priority in moving Lagos forward.
You're listening to the voice of Ricardo Banks Oluwani featuring Shakodie. Well, we kick off on our side as Ricardo is doing his own beats. Let's start with the quotes for the week. And it says, the teeth are smiling, but is the heart? While the teeth are smiling, have you checked the position of your heart? We are
Hmm.
saying face appearances can be deceptive.
Effective.
Find out what their fellows are doing. Because they are smiling and they're putting nice emojis on their WhatsApp pages and what have you.
Yeah.
And things are going on well. People are covering their problem, fine faces and nice pictures. You know, Esi-Ìfẹ,
Yes.
have you done that lately? You're so depressed. Then you put up the smiling face.
Fudge.
Yes, everybody.
Most of
Yeah.
most of Esife's friends will go and pose by somebody else's car. These Gen Z people. I'm sorry, Esife. And then they fly it out, and people say, and right, they said my new wag or my new ride,
Yeah.
and people are saying my new ride. They take shots
You know,
in expensive hotels and say these their father's houses or something. It's
you know,
it's just,
that's
it's
that's
just
that's
very
that's the
interesting.
modern life. Sometimes they make you look like you are
Yeah,
archaic.
I'm looking for the
Out of
word.
this,
You are what?
you
You are useless. It makes you look,
archaic.
you feel
You know,
useless.
there's this chap on Facebook. I think he has some skits on Facebook. He's always posting as the owner of the car, and he will tell people not to lean on the car and all that stuff. After back and forth and all that stuff, he just move away and say, "It's not my car," and he will walk away. So he met this couple, a young man and a girlfriend, talking about the car, and he did his stuff and all that stuff. And before you know it, the girl was going to enter the car to go and show the man the street that he was looking for. And he was going to abandon his boyfriend right there in the open. By the time he was going to enter, he said, I can't enter. I said, how can you enter? It's not my car. And he moved away. So when I get it was so bad. It was so bad. You know, they call them gold diggers, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, things like that.
Yeah.
Oh my.
We call them alampo in our days. Alampo. You know, I don't know if they still use that word.
Okay. Let's move on to fact checking. You may have heard this or read when they say, do you know that even when a snake's eyes are closed, that it can still see through its eyelids? That when it shuts its eye, and you now think that you're going to knock his head with your stick. Hopefully, it's not a short stick. And the guy's looking at
He's seen you.
And
Great wonders of nature. Great wonders of nature.
You know, snakes don't have traditional eyelids as we know them. Instead, they have a transparent scale called a spectacle that covers and protects their eyes. So even when they appear to have closed eyes, they can still perceive light and movement. Watch out for those things. Is that where we got spectacles from? You know?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I don't have an idea.
You declare it because it's very spectacular. Oh my!
Then he graduated. He became Goggle. I don't know how we would lose. He became Goggles.
Goggles. You know, Google, and that's where they took Google from. You know.
Oh, fudge! Yeah, that's true. Yeah, nice.
It's all nice. Okay, we have quite some interesting tales for you this morning. We have entertainment news, Niger trends, that is trending Nigerian stories, review of major newspaper headlines, and possibly let's rewind. We've been trying to rewind for like 2 or 3 weeks now, but talking has taken over the space and all that. Esi-Ìfẹ, are you ready for us?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, well, I don't know what's keeping Omolara not joining us this morning. What do they say? They have network go slow or hold up and all that. Esi-Ìfẹ, we are ready. Let's start.
Omoni Oboli calls out Ghanaian TV stations. Nollywood actress Omoni Oboli is furious. She has called out Ghanaian TV stations for airing her movies without permission. In a fiery Instagram post, she didn't hold back, slamming the Ghana National Film Authority for failing to take action against the piracy of her work. Oboli made it clear that legal action is on the table, declaring, "I love my Ghanaian fans, but I am coming for every TV station airing my films illegally."
I mean, no, that's not love. You're not showing love by filching on somebody's creative endeavor. No. Show love by paying for it. You know, it's not right. And I don't think. Maybe Nigerian people are Nigerian old abusers. Have stopped. They used to do that in Nigerian TV stations, some rogue stations to do that, and all that.
Yes,
you know.
My advice is this: for Moni, she should probably have waited for the court papers to get out. You know, before that's. I don't think it was right for statements to have been made now or warnings to have been given now. Just let the letters fly out, and then you now make your case. You know, I thought that would be very impactful, and diligent too. I think it's so sad. Why would they do that?
I hope she has done that. Okay, Before you, okay, just let's take a quick break. We have a lot of commercial breaks, and it's nice when you have that. That means money is coming in. I mean,
Yes.
yes, so we need that. Let's have a break. I come back uh, with entertainment news. Well, there are three. Mm. This is still the Vintage Talk Show. We use this opportunity to wish our Muslim listeners observing the Ramadan. May it be well with you. And our Christian brothers in the Lent, we are doing Lenten, have you? In Lenten period too. May it be well with you. And at the end of the whole abstinence, it will be prosperity and favor and goodness and blessings all around.
Amen.
Amen. I'm in the
Amen.
prayer mood this
Amen.
morning. Okay. Yes. Let's continue.
Mr. Macaroni slams Nigerians for not holding leaders accountable.
Hmm.
Popular skit maker and activist Mr. Macaroni is speaking out again, this time calling out Nigerians for failing to demand accountability from their leaders. Amid rising inflation and economic hardship, he took to X, formerly Twitter, to express his frustration. According to him, the people are suffering, prices are skyrocketing, but instead of questioning those in power, he says Nigerians seem more interested in mingling with them.
Yes. I beg your pardon. That's a classic Stockholm syndrome. Worldwide, spectacularly wide, and all that. Macaroni is speaking, what they call it, they say it's chewing fact. There's no lie detected. But it's true. It's things are tough. And when they say the tough gets going, the way we get going is to look for join the Joneses and morph into despicable. You know, what is unrighteous can bring something great and righteous. What is bad
Very
can bring
true.
something good. No, it can't.
Very true.
You know, so hold your leaders accountable. Don't just because they spray money at your party or they give you what they call palliatives that will shame the even ordinary animals in other places. Start dancing and singing their praises. You know, that's a classic oppressive mentality, sort of. You know, you have to bring them to the table. Let them prove themselves. Let them show what they have done. And if they haven't, give them peace of your mind and eke out a promise that they must take and get better. You know? So I support Mr. Macaroni. Esi-Ìfẹ?
Then you know,
Yes.
Fudge. You know something, Fudge. You know what's happening in America is like a tsunami. We watch
Hmm.
it closely, and I'd always recommended a tsunami for the political class in Nigeria. Something
They
has
need
to
it.
give way. I mean, something just has to give way. Something just has to give way. It can't continue
You
this
know,
way. It's the truth.
now,
Macaroni has actually said the truth. Most of the
yeah.
people who are bedding and dining with them now and don't even like their style are going to be the ones to carry voters whatever plea for them in the next election. We are going to do it. We are going to vote for them again. So there's something just not
Yeah.
right about it.
It's so annoying. The looters get the biggest votes. you
They
know,
do.
and they have a caravan of noisemakers, you know, because they share 5,000, 10,000. Within 1 week, you have finished the money. Hunger
That's right.
returns. You know, and then you wait for another 4 years to sing again, and
Mm-hmm.
you don't have the gum to challenge the situation. Okay, Madam, have you finished?
No.
Okay.
Bookie Wright cries out over decline in professionalism.
Hmm.
Veteran actress Bookie Wright is disappointed with the state of Nollywood. Speaking on Rubbing Minds, she lamented the lack of discipline among today's actors, especially their poor punctuality.
Hmm.
According to her,
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, call time was serious business. Now, you set 8 a.m. and some so-called stars strolling at 11.
Hmm.
Having returned to acting recently, she says she's shocked by how much professionalism has dropped in the industry.
My dear sister, it's everywhere. Oh. I hate that
Mm-hmm.
thing. You call time and people working leisurely at
It's
an hour
just bad.
after 45 minutes after. It's
Very,
so
very
pathetic,
bad.
you know, and you know, and you know, it affects our parties. You know, they call parties for 2 p.m. and if the celebrant is a time conscious person, is in a hell of a time, because by 4, some are just trying to leave their houses. Oh, they want to walk in with it, but I don't know how they get that. It's so
you know,
insensitive and so negligent. You know,
you know.
it's bad. We should keep when you give time, do it. I don't like getting to a place I have to wait for others to come as if I'm jobless. I don't have time to, you know, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right. It's not right. Not right. So, Madam Bookie writes, yeah,
She's
hold your
right.
fever out. You will see many of that. Bookie right is right, you know?
She's
You're
right.
right. Yeah, it's correct. Okay. Yes. Esi-Ìfẹ.
Yes?
And your final story, Rabbi?
Yes.
Let's go on. Your sister just arrived. Okay, go on, Esi-Ìfẹ.
Theatre veterans honored with NANSAP Fellowship. It was a moment of recognition for theatre legends as the National Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners awarded this prestigious Fellowship of Theatre Arts to industry veterans, including Olarotimi Ojo, Joke Silva,
Mm.
Dr. Shaibu Hussein, and Bolanle Austin Peters. At the Lagos ceremony, honorees were celebrated for their lasting impact on Nigerian theatre. Ojo, who heads Bodija International Media Academy, expressed gratitude, calling it a badge of honor that strengthens credibility, networking, and leadership in the industry. Congrats,
Congratulations. Yes,
congrats,
I saw the piece
congrats.
by Shaibu Husseini on Facebook, the DG of National Film
Um,
Censors Board.
good.
Yes, he was honored. Uh, and some of my Joketu, congratulations.
Congrats,
Uh,
Bolanle
Bolanle
Austin
Austin Peters,
Peters.
congratulations. Mrs. Ojo,
Congratulations.
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 Yes, it's nice. I think there are even more. I think about 10 or 12 of them. Great, great, great. If I had not left the theater, I would have also been a fellow. Abby,
Yes,
eh?
so
Yes,
yes, so Fudge.
Yes, I will have been a
Uh-uh.
fellow now. You know, that's
Uh-uh.
why it's good to when you take follow a path, stick to it. Don't dance around what do you
No,
call that?
Fudge. It is not our fault. It's the Nigeria. It's a Nigerian motive. It's the. It does. It takes you everywhere.
One comedian said
It takes
you can go and read biochemistry or mechanical engineering and be selling pepper. Nigeria will make you sell groundnuts.
and they will give you a award for it because of your packaging.
Oh my God. Give me a word for it. Madam Omolara, Famuyiwa, you are Muyiwa at last, Abi. You are welcome.
Good morning, sir. NEPA
Good
has not been
morning.
Morning.
having mercy on us this past
Yeah.
week on
Are you
Yes.
are you
Ukosi.
living near
Good
the airport,
morning.
please?
Oh,
And sorry,
Ikosi,
I had
yeah.
to stay outside because of the light.
Okay.
Well,
Wow.
No,
as,
I
as
stay around
punishment
the
for your,
Kosi.
I get it.
Ikosi.
As punishment for your late coming, in
Yeah.
spite of the culprits being NEPA, you will do only 2 stories, number 3 and number 4. You know,
Okay.
so that next time you will find a way of outfoxing NEPA. Oh yeah, start.
Yeah. Okay. Ashake's father alleges cried out for help. Fatai
No, you didn't see
Odunsi,
the
who
headline well.
claims
Though. You
to
didn't
be
see the
the
headline well.
father of singer Ashake, has pleaded
Hello,
for.
Omotola. Omolara, I beg your pardon. The headline says Ashake's alleged father
I'm with you,
cries
sir.
out for help. That's the headline, though. It shock you. The headline says Ashake's alleged father, not father alleging.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I
She's
can hear you.
she's lost signal. She can't hear you. She can't hear you.
Hey, yeah. Okay,
She can't
continue your
hear you.
story.
Continue. Huh? Networks.
Ashake's alleged father cries out for help. Fatai Odunsi, who claims to be the father of singer Ashake, has pleaded for public assistance, saying he has been battling a stroke since 2022 and that the artist had ignored him. Reports suggest Odunsi abandoned Ashake as a child. Responding to the claims, Ashake shared a cryptic message in Yoruba saying, "You can't please everyone. Do everything for God and remember the day you will die." He also alleged that he has sent money to his father but is now being pressured.
Hmm.
The the
Hmm.
beauty of Nigerian space is
Hello?
every week there's one problem or one scandal or one disclosure or one distraction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, Last week was Ijoba Lande. And the week before was Natasha. Last week was Ijoba Lande. And his coterie of unspeakable things. And then this week is for Ashake and his trouble. Two things shoot out for me. Uh,
And his
Hmm.
dad.
there's a combination of confusing statements or not. The father, Jinta, Lagos Island dad, was very resolute that they hadn't heard a word from Ashake from 2022, and that he had completely ignored his calls and all that, and he was dying and all that. He had stroke and all that. And then there were internet supporters on this side or that side, abusing and
Hmm.
cursing him for being a useless child, nonsensical disease because money had entered his head and all that stuff. And then
Hmm.
stories started filtering from the other side that sometime in 2023, Ashake bought a car and gave his father a house. Another one
Hmm.
we say 100 million was given. Man was a spendthrift and he had used it on his friends and his addiction and what have you and all that. But my own case is I shall get coming out to say things about there's nothing you can do for this one. No. You're his son. You're his son. You don't chastise your father, even if he's a reprobate father, even if he's a useless father. You can't
Hmm.
come out to expose him and say you have done this, you have done. No, you don't. Let others speak for you, even if you have done it. My own case is you don't know who's saying what and what. Interestingly, the mother has chosen not to speak, and that's the one that is supposedly more favored. And then there's a story saying she abandoned it and followed one musician that the man used to
Hmm.
spray. The salacious story, very sweet story. And I'm always cautious of very sweet stories. Sweet stories have a way of being embellished and
Yeah.
fragmented and cooked up and all that. But you see, you can deal with your father as if he's a stranger because you help a stranger. If you are hurting so much, forgive. Yes, you can forget, forgive and let it pass. You can help a stranger. People give strangers incredible amount of money, and you don't know if
Of
it's
course.
a bad person. You know, you don't hold the person and the stranger responsible that you must be good going forward, or if you only you are good, that's why you just help. So help the old man get over his problems. He's gonna if he's as careless as it was pictured to be, he's gonna show up again, and then you help again. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt you. I mean, how much is a million or 2 million and all that stuff? If we hear, I mean, all the noise about what people make is true or half true, you can help, but don't come out and say, yeah, yeah, you got Leo, you help them, because no, 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 no. Don't speak back to your dad, except for your dad, though. If your
If we
father,
look at it well,
let's look at it well. Yes, go on.
Go on.
yeah, if we look at it well, the mother would have a major role in this story, because I'm sure the way the mother would have presented her own story to the boy growing up, that's what would be, because if you had been
Why
plain
would
and
why would you say
irrespective of
that?
whatever the father must have done or would
Why
have
will you
done,
say that? All right, you're a mother, or you are going to be a mother. Will mothers, ipso facto, corrupt the mind of their children? You see, two problems with that statement. One, it's assumed that the mother was closer to the child and being a supporter and a benefactor of the child from beginning. Therefore, is able to tell a story. Secondly,
yeah,
you assume that the women are so evil and so manipulative that they will always want to get alone. It doesn't make sense. If both of you raise the child, why would you assume the mother will want to take the shine? I mean, it's not as if you knew that the guy was going to be a millionaire or billionaire, whatever he is, So I don't flow with that. I don't flow with that. The children are not stupid. They know, they can see, right? They can see what the father has done. They can see. So I don't subscribe to that. Yes, some women can do that, but I don't think it's a given that if a child behaves like that, he has been influenced by the mother. No, some children are some children can be very mean. They can choose their story and all that. And we have heard stories of boys or girls turning against their mother and seeking for their father. It depends on what roles the fathers played when they are growing up. How did they impact the children? So I won't say yes, you may be right partially, but I won't say like a generalization that women have a way of manipulating their children to go against their father. I mean, that's so dated, you know. Mr. T,
Yeah,
do
I
you want
think,
to?
yeah, a very quick one. I think that what was quoted as what Ashake said, I mean, that the lines, a few lines he said, I do not think they actually came from him. They probably, yeah, somebody just dropped it along the line, because
Oh no,
as a
he
son,
did it.
and you are
No, he did it.
omoluabi. When I use the word omoluabi, you know that what actually, yeah, those lines were very uncivil, very, very, very bad. You forget that you are now here, but you are going to be a father yourself tomorrow, a grandfather, if not here, and a great grandfather if possible. And these things have a way of cameralizing the situation. I mean, not as if it's
Yeah.
Kamala Harris. Uh-huh. So yeah, sometimes it just goes that way. I think he needs to be cautious now and understand that the world is not as feeble as we take it. We have to be very careful of what. If you want to help your father, if you don't want to help him, let it go.
Yeah, I can assure you, Mr. T, he said it. It was a video. I will send it to you later. It was a video that he shared. He was just speaking and he spoke all through Yoruba. So I just tried to translate that. I don't think the translation is wrong. He said that, and it's not too good. Um, okay, one more story, Omolara, before we move on. That's one piece of story that I also want to add. Okay, shall we? Do your James Brown. Let's go.
James, yes, please. James Brown seek financial help for school. Popular cross-dresser James Brown has publicly appealed for financial support, revealing he wants to return to school. In a social media video, he stated he needs 150 million naira for tuition, excluding feeding and upkeep. Brown called on friends and fans to support him through advertising and promotional gigs. He emphasized that he has now returned to being a boy because of financial struggle.
Who wrote this story? As you
Oh
charge you,
my God.
as you find the money. So,
No,
like,
in fact, when I came across the video,
Yeah.
I was just laughing.
No,
Said,
no, I'm ashamed of myself. I'm ashamed of myself. Can we get another story or something? I
okay,
don't understand that story at all.
this guy, I don't know that
Yeah,
cross
because of
dresser.
money, he now says he's a boy.
He's a boy now. He needs, and he
He's
doesn't.
not a
He's, I
boy.
don't know what he wants to read. I don't know what he wants to read and where he wants to read it. He needs 150 million. For tuition and exclusive feeding, and not. Oh, oh my, oh my, James Brown,
We,
whatever
oh
his
my
we'd
name
like
God.
is.
to see the letter of admission of the school. Where is it located? Yeah, we need
Uh,
to see all that. Then, what is he going to read? What's his discipline? We want to find out what he wants to do, and so we can make the money available.
Nigeria is a very quiet place. Before you know it, you see somebody doing crowdfunding for him and saying James Brown must go to school. James Brown must
Yeah.
go. We are very restless. Money misroad, The other day I saw people, this scandal of Ijoba land there and the wife and the other Italopa and all that stuff. And they say, I think I'll read a piece of it later when we're doing Niger trends. Some piece I wrote about it today in my article. And they're now saying, oh, they are giving money to Ijoba Lande. Ijoba Lande is rolling all over the place because Davido shared his post, also giving some money and all sorts of money coming in for the guy. Then I say, they have to raise money. The Association of Single Mothers, they have to raise money for what's it called? Dara CB also. I don't know raising money.
Yeah.
Uh, I just,
Yeah.
he said we don't have money. People have they have some. It's not only disposable money; it's a distressable money. Let's take a short break. Let's come back. Okay, before we go, let me read this last story that I've been keeping. This one is another funny one. Another, well, not really funny, but is a symptom of the craziness that is in the Nigerian space now. The court orders arrest of very dark man over Mercy Chinwo's case. An Abuja court
Mhm.
has issued a bench warrant for the arrest of blogger Very Dark Man over alleged defamation of gospel singer Mercy Chinwo. Magistrate Emmanuel Iyana ordered security agencies to bring him to court after he failed to appear. And where are we? The case stems from Chinwo's ABVDM's social media claims accusing Chinwo of financial misconduct, which she denies, providing evidence to refute. She is also suing for 1.1 billion in damages. His lawyer calls it a media trial, but the court insists on his arrest. Will it turn himself in? We'll see. I refused to watch. I saw his video responding to is he responding to the court or the magistrate or is I don't know to Chimu. We are not serious in this country,
He was trying to deny the arrest claim.
that it was
Okay.
not there was no arrest or there was no
Yeah,
warrant of arrest.
yes. That there
It
was
must
no
be this.
warrant of arrest against him.
Uh, Maybe it could be media fabrication, But they mentioned the
Could
court,
be a
they
stunt.
mentioned the place, they mentioned the magistrate's name, they mentioned the date. His lawyer was quoted. Adeboye was quoted. Probably he doesn't understand what the meaning of warrant of arrest. Some of us have been through that part a number of times. We know you. If they see you, wherever they see you,
Hey,
you are gone. You'll be detained until the court date, and then they take you to court. You know, it's we do things carelessly in this country, as if the law knows your it has a it does some kind of what do you call that thing? What do you call this? Analytics on your fame and popularity and all that. But you go back there and go and see the magistrate. Don't do video. Let them catch you on the road. You will know that as a warrant of arrest is waiting for you. We'll take a
but
short
I
break
think
and
we
come.
should. I think yeah. I think the court should
Yeah,
follow this case to the end because it's going to serve as a deterrent to many
just
others.
don't come on
Yeah.
air and say things. You know, people.
You
I
don't
hear a lot of
do that. You don't do
people
that.
say things they like. Bad, they abuse people. They curse.
You
Ah,
don't do
some
that.
of the things, especially when they speak their local language. You know, at least I can understand Yoruba. When you hear them say things, abuse the language. You don't know you're on air. Even when you are doing it in your home, you're
Mm,
on air. You're
mm.
just lambasting and cursing.
There's no culture check online, no culture check.
Ah,
And the way they
exactly.
respond is like they're talking to your boy, and I'm looking at
Yeah,
the man they are actually dealing with. This man was a lecturer many years ago. Do you know all those kind of things? And I say, what is wrong with this generation? What they've lost it. Too
okay.
sad and uncultured.
Okay, be careful before they descend on you. Descend on you. They call it cancel culture. I say it doesn't concern me. You can't cancel me. Are you going to remove my name from life? You just say your thing. I will not go there. I will not even read it. How will I know? Let's take a break. This social media thing is overhyped, overrated. As if you are not there, you will die. I can be without going to social media for 1 year, and I will not miss it. What is that? Is it does it turn to food? Let's go, Jerry. That's the Olamide says concupility. They concupility them, all of them.
Community. Oh, what a day. Community. Oh, yeah, honestly. It's an old
Akindamola.
slang, though. It's an old
Yeah,
slang. Very old
yeah,
slang,
very,
yeah.
very old. Aki, are you there? Good morning.
I'm here, sir. Good morning,
Yeah.
sir.
Good
Can you hear
morning.
me, sir?
Good morning. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good morning.
Good morning, Aki.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you. I can hear you, Fudge.
Yes, I can.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
It's just his voice is going up and down.
Okay, I think that works. Yeah, I like that effect. Where's that coming from?
What's that? Oh, it must be from Omolara's place.
It's a lovely effect, though.
Dead.
The effect that the child squawking there or quacking or shrieking there. She hasn't gotten it.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, time has sped, man. We have to move ahead.
Eight. Okay. Sorry.
Mr. T, can you see my screen the way it is?
Yes, I can.
Can you see it's similar to Akindamola's own?
Where's Akindamola? Okay, Akindamola. Okay, that's
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, so
Similar
I'll
how?
talk to
It's
you
not.
about
It's not similar. What I mean, what I have behind, what you have behind you as your back screen, isn't what he has, or what exactly? What am I looking for?
I mean the frame. The frame.
Oh, Akindamola is what do you call it now?
Is the opposite of portrait. Landslide.
Yeah, that's right.
Landscape. I
Thank
mean
you.
landscape, but yeah, landscape. Yeah, I will discuss
Landscape.
with you.
Thank you.
I'll discuss with
All
you
right,
about it
later.
later.
Okay. All right. Okay, I remember we discussed it before. Okay.
We're back. And we are moving on to trending Nigerian stories. Before I say that, I'll introduce a new entrant. I would like to commiserate with uh, legal experts and social development advocates, as we used to introduce him, Bosun Oshifora, who lost his mom during this week, the age of 79, a few days to her 80th. And if you know how much Bosun will talk and um, things she will say and comments she will make, even on air, she will refer to the mom. They had a very close relationship. Even as a big old man as he is he talking about the mother, what Emefiele did to her, the cash crunch era and all that stuff. He had fond memories of her, and we wish to ask and pray for fortitude and strength for Bosun to bear uh, this great loss, and hopefully we'll be in Nigeria to mark it because it's no Mr. T is no call for that. 79 is the party something, Abi.
It's a celebration of life.
It's a celebration of life. It's a celebration of life. So we come and celebrate with Bosu in Ijebu somewhere in Ijebu later. I'm sure he's listening to us and he
Yes.
understandably excuse himself today so that he can properly focus on burial arrangements and all that. All the best. And we wish peace profound always.
Amen.
Okay, the Air Force Base correspondent has joined us. Good to have this morning Akindamola, Adeboye. Good morning, Aki.
Good morning, sir. How are you, sir? Top of the morning to you, sir.
It's same here. We should be same. Thank you for joining us. We move on to Niger Trends. Omolara is still around. Mr. T, of course. and Esi-Ìfẹ somewhere in the studio hiding her face, you know. So our first story this morning is seemingly this issue of Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's suspension. It's a more drama in the Senate. The controversies surrounding the suspension of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has taken a fresh twist. Some senators are now disowning the committee report that led to a 6-month suspension, claiming that signatures were only for attendance, not an endorsement of the decision. The ethics committee had investigated her for allegedly disobeying Senate President Godswill Akpabio's sitting arrangement. But now, some senators insist they never approved the final report before it was presented on the Senate floor. Meanwhile, Akpoti-Uduaghan isn't backing down. She has taken her case to the Interparliamentary Union in New York, calling her suspension illegal and accusing Akpabio of harassment. The Senate, however, has said she can only return if she apologizes in writing. Will she do it? Let's keep watching. Gentlemen and ladies, it's not looking nice. I'm surprised that Natasha went to New York to go and lay complaints after the Senate had threatened her not to represent herself as a senator or present herself as a senator. And I mean, which is, I don't think that's a bomb call. You didn't give her the title. She won an election. It was given a mandate. You can't remove it. That's for life. You can't remove it from her. Anyway, she went there, probably tried some prayer arrangements, some prayer endorsement. The whole thing is just confusing and messy. The people are saying they signed to enter the committee meeting, but when the report was given, what was made, they ought to share it so that everybody can see and say, "Oh, this is correct. This is what we want." But they only heard about the report. They only heard the content of the report on the floor when it was shared in the plenary, and that's like, it looks like some kind of cloak and dagger kind of a thing. Why? Then why did they have to move the sitting committee meeting forward? To forestall what? This something is getting curiouser and curiouser. I don't know what you people think about it. I'm just tired of all these shenanigans.
That's the right word for it, for shenanigans. And you recall that I talked about the tsunami. That's even a far cry. The tsunami is needed in that area. When you look back again, I feel that, you see, we found it so difficult to control or to lay a hold on what's happening in River State. Do you get it? Look, the signals and the signs were there many months ago. That's for Rivers. And what happened? Everybody went to sleep. The lords of the political terrain didn't bother. Now, this case has started. When it started, it was like child's play. Abi? It was, to me, like a man versus woman case, so it's going to be a man at the end of the day. And I'm saying that, no, you don't do that. Guys, go back and check these things. Okay, she went to the parliamentary in United Nations back, all right? Is any law debarring her or holding her back from doing that? Do we have any specific law in Nigeria that says you cannot do that? She feels that's where they're going to hear her. Let me throw this thing out so the whole world, yes, everybody would feel cheated one way or the other. I am not saying that she's right on all accusations because they are all alleged scenarios. Come to think of it, that's the truth. But we don't allow this kind of thing to fester. I'm not happy. When you threw this thing out, everybody kept quiet. Fudge, what is so everybody? What is so me personally? I'm it's just me. I want to see a different shade of another news tomorrow, and where we'll be talking about that. But this one, we left it for too long, and we are still living it. for this long. And all over, they said they are going to do this. They talk about everything they want to do against the lady. All those in support say nay. They say nay. Those in say aye. They say aye. Okay, the negatives now have it. And we saw all that going on online. I want to see somebody from the Senate to come out and say they were fabricated. Nobody has said anything. Nobody has denied it. Nobody has said, no, it didn't happen like that. But we are sleeping. It's the whole Senate we are talking about, a whole Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And we are treating it as if it's a conference of university students on a particular campus. I'm just here and there. I'm not even nowhere. Anytime the TV is on, I see that show the Senate and I tune off Fudge. I just give it up.
Yeah.
We shouldn't allow this thing to continue for this long. It's not right. It's not right. And if I start mentioning names of political fathers today who can rise up and kill this thing under 5 minutes, you will be shocked. But nobody's doing anything. Everybody's enjoying the scenario. Everybody's enjoying the stories. It's like Netflix, okay? What's that tomorrow? Another story comes up. No, I'm not happy. Personal. I've taken it personal. No, I'm not happy. Whether the lady is right or guy is wrong or guy is right, the lady is wrong, somebody has to wake up and kill this story. Let's just have it down. Have it down. It's a negative part in the international community. Somebody said the interpretation, that is going on in African countries on their networks and television stations about this thing in the Senate. It says you don't want to watch it, you don't want to hear it. They brought us so low. I know now.
Mr. T, I quite understand you, but for me, it's the foundation of the whole thing, and the foundation dates back to when there was a contest for the Senate presidency. That is where all this is coming from. Because a week ago or so, I was with some of our people in the National Assembly, the legislative staffs, and they had a training and stuff like that one. And I got feelers about how all this is playing out, simply because some are not happy that they lost out when we are contesting the Senate presidency. It's high-wired politics, and that is where all this is coming from. That is why you are having all this rigmarole, all this back and forth.
Okay, we shall see how we go.
For most Nigerians, they are not even looking what is behind the scene causing all this.
Mr. T said they should just
the committee sat, and people of the Senate talked about that anybody can attend as a member, and a report came out, and people started flying kites of we are disowning the report or not, and elongating this thing again. So it's
okay.
It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre.
Thank you. Don't let us elongate this.
We are so shameless as to make it trade more.
Let's move on, please. Our next story
for Natasha that helped to them, she flew down.
Our next, Akin, please let's move on, please. Our next story is on Abba Kyari. The Abba Kyari is, you remember Abba Kyari, the former assistant police commissioner. Abba Kyari's money trail, 200 million naira across 10 bank accounts. The corruption trial of former Super Cop Abba Kyari is heating up. A witness from the NDLEA has revealed that Kyari had over 200 million naira flowing through 10 different bank accounts,
Yeah, the
way
super
more
cop.
than the official police salary. Investigators tracked those accounts through his bank verification number (BVN) and found suspicious transfers, including operational funds (in quotes) from the Central Bank of Nigeria. Some of the money reportedly went to family and associates. Kyari, who once led the Police Intelligence Response Unit (IRT), is facing multiple charges, including concealing assets and tampering with seized drugs. Despite the evidence, he has refused to make a written statement. He says he will explain himself in court. Smart man. The trial continues on 24 March. Will Kyari finally tell his own side of the story? Let's see how this unfolds. They traced he said the property, some properties belong to his mother, some to his wife, and all that. And this is just the money angle and the confiscation or disappearance of a confiscated drug consignment. By the way, please don't leave us alone to be chatting and join here. You can join us in this discussion, say your mind, your views, pass a comment. The number to call is 0913 697 3485. The number again is 0913 697 3485. We are on Niger Trends, discussing trending stories from Nigeria and within Nigeria. Gentlemen and lady, remember this cop? You used to call him Super Cop. He did many wondrous stuff. But stories that came out when he was arrested, it's so dispiriting, so sad. I don't know. I don't know.
Fudge.
I don't know how we
The man has said, Fudge. The man has said when he gets to court, he will spill the beans. Fudge. The man has said when he gets to court, he will spill the beans. Abi?
Yes. Yes.
So,
yes,
so let's wait on that, because I know that it's possible. It is quite possible that he's not the owner of the money. He doesn't own the money. It's very possible.
He's a large job. He's just
He's a large job. He collects on behalf of. I'm only riding with you. I've not said that.
Something that's so bad that you just laugh. You just have to laugh. I don't know. I mean, none of us here, none of us will say it's an angel, but some of the things that we are reading about people that were put in sensitive positions, it's so sad. It's so sad. Well, like I said, let's wait for his day when he will spill the beans in court. Let's move on to the Otedola Bridge fire. Lagos moves to enforce no truck policy. Lagos. The fire claimed at the last count about 4 lives, 14 vehicles, and some houses. Lagos State has vowed to quickly enforce its no truck policy after a gas truck explosion under Otedola Bridge. Transport Commissioner Oluwọlé said the truck ignored a warning sign prohibiting heavy vehicles. He emphasized plans to introduce barriers and stricter enforcement to prevent future incidents. I've heard that before. The government is also working with FRSC to inspect and confiscate unroadworthy trucks. Meanwhile, authorities will conduct integrity tests on the bridge to ensure it remains safe for motorists. That's what they will say until another
one happens.
The Ojekunle, they've said it many times that they will not allow trucks to pass it, to pass over it any day. They said they will not allow trucks to come into the city, in the inner city, within daytime. They have made all kinds of protestations and threats and all that when calamities happen. But a few weeks after that, everything will go back into normal, and life will go on until they wait for another calamity. I mean, I didn't see the fire live, but from pictures I've seen, it's so terrible. And it was gas. This one is not even petrol this time. And clearly the sign shows no truck entry. And
Yes, gas explosion.
the guy may not even be able to read. You know, it's so sad. Lives lost, wasted, property destroyed, cars, phones. Eh? Yes, Omolara. It's near your place there, Abby.
Okay, so I want to ask. Yeah, it's very close to my area. Then I want to ask, what is the fate of the victims? Because now they want to issue policy of no truck signs. This, what happened to the victims that lost properties? Because I know those that had private cars, they said, oh, third party insurance. What happened to them? Are the insurance stepping in on behalf? Are they coming to their rescue, or they just accept it? Oh, Egbabo Sheri yen.
Yeah.
Who runs compensation?
If they have first class insurance, possibly yes. Akindamola will have put shed some light on it, and Bosun. But those who have houses, if it's insured, I don't think government even remembers that people have lost things. So, you know, they are talking about getting involved with the Ministry of Environment to check integrity, to do this, to check that it doesn't happen again, and ameliorative measures to make sure it doesn't reoccur. Nobody's talking about compensations. Nobody's talking about holding the gas company or whoever owns that truck, culpable for the disaster. You know, it happens every time, and life goes on. It's as if lives don't matter here, or the property you spend your life building go to blazes. You know
what, Fajat, I think over time we have left undone those things that we should have done. You remember, Faj, that when FRSC started, the fear of FRSC on the highway is the beginning of wisdom for every driver.
Oh, yes.
You just couldn't put any truck or any dilapidated vehicle on the roads. You are flagged down. They will run after you with their motorbikes until they catch you and draw you off the line. Those were the days, right? And now, that area you're talking about is not far from my area. It isn't far. Now, that journey that takes you from the bridge, the Ojekunle bridge, even the flyover up there, right through OPIC and towards MFM and Co. Yeah, I can tell you there are about 6 or 7 illegal motor parks and bus stops on that highway.
Yeah.
You will see them there. The vehicles people go to those places to buy. And I've always said that that's a truck lane, right? The day a truck misses to brake at the time it brakes, he's probably going to clear people on the and people are there. Law enforcement agents, they ply that road, they see that thing, they see it, rather they connive with the guys at the motor park and the bus stops. I don't understand. So who is going to enforce what? Are we going to tell Aso Rock to come and enforce? No. It's sad. And you see what you said today, and I agree with you, that it seems you are waiting for another one to happen. Because if it is sourcing and all, translation, please, AI will help me. If it is sourcing, nobody is going to do anything until the next calamity. And to finish it off for me, to capture it, that's the link road from it links one state to another state. One of the most important roads or links in the whole of Lagos and Ogun.
I'm very close to the governor's office,
Why?
What is happening? It's terrible.
No, I don't
You
know.
know, I don't think. I think we need to prioritize lives and properties.
We don't care.
In policy making and all that. Yeah, let's be conscious. See what the environment ministry is doing all over Lagos, trying to clean up this,
Mm.
get shanties off the road. There, you could see work being done. But
Mhm.
our roads are terrible. Our roads are terrible. Last month, you will see like 12 or 13 of them in crowded areas like Ojekunle and
That's right.
Mushi and all that. Well,
That's right.
where they should make road pliable and all that. You will not see more than one or
No,
two.
don't agree with
Overwhelmed.
that.
Some T junctions that are very busy, you will not see anyone. And
No.
Lagos drivers, they are always angry with one another, always trying to
Yeah.
beat one another up and all that and all that. It's we just need to. We should not wait for
They're even,
calamities to
they're even
how we
angry with
function.
themselves first. They're angry with themselves first. No food, no food, no money. Yeah,
No money.
that's where that's where it starts
Say
from.
the owner of the Sanka should pay money.
Did they
And
mention the name?
no, I
They,
also feel that the bridge should be abandoned for now. That maybe if there's a way that cars should forget that road and focus on other road, let the bridge be like closed down or shut down for some
uh,
Ah,
time.
uh,
So
ah,
Esife,
things will
Esife has
Esi-Ìfẹ,
traveled abroad. Well,
Esi-Ìfẹ, that's a major.
Nigeria,
Whoa,
That's a
hey,
major
you're
road.
laughing. Even your trip,
That's
your
a
own trip,
major
you
road
will
in
either redeem.
Lagos.
Your trip to the camp, your trip is to the camp will be affected. But yeah, I understand where you're
that's
coming
the right
from, but
thing to do.
be shut down temporarily or
No, that's the right thing to do, Esife. But right thing is not doable in this country. We're just praying that they would do their integrity test. I mean, it's like the third Milan bridge. Some people say it's shaking, it's
yeah,
doing
yeah.
this and that and that.
Mhm.
And I mean, they've tried there. They've done it a number of times, gone to do some rehabilitation and all that. You know,
Hmm.
Imagine you now say they should block Third Milan Bridge, and no, they can't. They can't. We just hope that they will do the integrity test early. If they do the integrity test and it shows that it's going to have a more devastating effect, then they can block it. But they have to have
Mhm.
a bypass. They have to do some kind of
Yeah.
a bypass to ameliorate. I mean, to make us dodge that, or else the gridlock. Even without road, the gridlock there is heavy. Imagine
It
when
is
there is no
heavy.
road. Ah,
It is
no, no,
heavy and
no,
so
no.
highly unpredictable. You wake up in the
Yeah,
morning, 5 a.m., something has held you down. Sometimes you go there, it's so free. People make
yeah,
journeys to Ibadan under 1 hour, 45
yeah.
minutes. Sometimes. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the community people are also very concerned. I mean, the local, under the bridge, there are mini, what do you call them? Mini communities that were
Mm,
ancestral. They owned that area before. The
mm,
Sherry, I'm telling you, they
mm.
were the communities, small towns. So they are also very concerned because it affects their commercial status, it affects their life. People whose houses
Yeah,
were actually they bought lands from those people and built their houses. So
wow.
compensation is it's just a big story. But
It's
we've talked
it's
about it, and I'm sure they heard something has to be done. Law enforcement has to move in faster. Check vehicles. FRSC should go back to what we knew FRSC was in those days. No, they have to go back, and if
more
they need money
proactive.
to achieve it, they have to upgrade it. It's
Yeah,
another tsunami. Tsunami is everywhere. Okay. It's life.
yeah,
It's about lives, and our lives too matter
yeah,
a lot.
yeah. Lives matter. Nigerian lives matter. The problems of cosmopolitan states. I mean cities. They are numerous. So we know the governor
Yeah.
is trying. But things like this identify whether we are humans or humans. In quotes.
Hmm,
We
hmm,
need
hmm.
to we need to rise to certain occasions and stop it from happening. If our people are some of them are very pig-headed about road signs and instructions. So when you say no road or one way, you have to put somebody to implement that, to enforce that. because they may not respond to it until they are caught and fined, and they'll be lamenting that they were cheated or they were abused and all that. But
let me go local. Let me go local, Fudge. If the guy cannot read it, Inko.
Yeah, it's possible. I told you the situation where I was at the FRSC renewal place, and the guy beside me was told to mention this. Out of 8 things mentioned, he couldn't recognize more than 1. And he's young. He's not as if he has eye problem. He didn't understand that. The man now says, "See what we are going through. You are old man. You can see without glasses." And I said, "No, it's not about seeing. He doesn't understand."
He can't comprehend. He just understand.
They have to teach him. That's one that has even breasted the chest to come and renew by himself. I hope they've dealt with the issues of touts masquerading as agents and all that. Anyway, let's move on. I wish Akin was around. This is his own story. He will have loved to give us up. The story says Ikeja Disco restores power to Air Force Base after weeks of blackout. The Nigerian Air Force Logistics Base in Ikeja has finally had its power restored after weeks of blackout due to a 4.3 billion naira disputed electricity bill. Ikeja Electricity Disco installed prepaid meters at the base, ensuring they now only use electricity they can pay for. Despite past tensions, including an attack on the Disco's offices, the new system is expected to resolve future disputes. Meanwhile, investigations into the earlier invasion of the electricity company's premises are ongoing. So there is light now at the base. Now it's pay as you go, which will have been installed. I think they didn't allow them to install before.
They didn't allow them. Now, what happens to the debt? What happens to the debt?
Yeah, that will be. They said they are working on it. The Fuller report says, that the money they pay and all that does not come from Lagos. It has to come from Abuja. So they have to work out interagency discussion and all that so that they can installmentally defray it. But for now, they now have to pay as you go, pay as you use, which is sensible. I mean, most of Lagos like that.
Very good.
It's even very dangerous to go and be estimating light in Air Force Base when you can't enforce it.
Oh my God.
Okay. Akin will have given us his own perspective on this matter. He's the area leader, area father of that base, so we can hear exactly what will happen to the 4.3 billion, or what do they plan to do with it. Okay. Our next one is on El Rufai. He said ministerial positions were bought under Tinubu's government. That's former Cardinal Governor Nasser El Rufai has accused President Tinubu's administration of selling ministerial positions. Speaking to BBC Hausa, he said APC has abandoned its founding principles and turned governance into a commercial enterprise. El Rufai revealed he sought Buhari's blessings before officially leaving the party for the SDP. He also visited Pastor Tunde Bakare, whom he claimed dragged him from APC to APC from CPC. El Rufai claimed he was sidelined and not consulted on party matters, addressing rumors that he left because he was denied a ministerial role. El Rufai said he never lobbied for the position, but knew individuals who paid to get appointments. El Rufai likes Wahala. Eh? Can you prove this one now? These allegations that you have, people. Does he have any receipt to show? Except you have video evidence. I mean, Ganduje has video evidence. Nobody, you could not hold him down. We saw him putting something in his pocket, some sort dollars and all that. Yes, the man is still there. He's not the chairman of the party cell. Mr. T, you are muted. You have to unmute.
I was going to say, sorry, Fudge. I was going to say this, that his allegation has actually cast serious suspicion on the system in this country. He has indicted the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He has indicted the Federal Republic of Nigeria itself. He has indicted the political structures of this country. And he has also indicted fellow senators and senators to be, now or in the future. That means everything is for sale. It's a huge allegation, serious allegation. I do not think it should be left alone. He has to come out. Let us know how that is done. Through who collects the money? Who do they pay to? How much do they pay? This thing can go on for, and coming from him, nobody wants to say he's fucking rubbish anymore. Nobody. So the thinking outside now is, coming from that man, he knows what he's saying, can you get it? Whether it's an allegation, whether it's not there, but people just say it's from the source. Oh, that's a source. They always think of the source, and the source is credible to them. So I'm saying now that the whole world has seen how this thing has, opened us up. Aso Rock can't keep quiet over this. The Senate as a body cannot keep quiet over this. Senators cannot keep quiet over this. It's an allegation and it's indicting.
Yes, Senate cannot keep quiet over it. Now, we also can't keep quiet. We're going on, we have to keep quiet. I mean, we are going on break now. We'll come back shortly.
Okay, let's go on break.
You have to go on break.
Let's go on break.
I have a commercial. It's a very serious indictment, very serious one.
Very, very. They are paid to become senators. So it's the highest bidder. What about their constituents? The constituent they represent, constituency they represent.
It's sad.
So if that's the case, everybody will contribute to the senator's purse for him to go and deliver somewhere, and then they will give them a senator. I don't. It's so confusing.
So what we're saying here is El-Rufai's indictment.
I think the man is talking from.
Should not be taken as politics. It's not be taken as a campaign rhetoric of a man who has been spawned or who has been what do you call it, demoralized, or what do you call that thing? What they do to people, the marginalized. Yes, not be taken as a marginalized statement or statement from a marginalized politician. It should be taken seriously. Who did what? Who paid what? To whom? Why? When? And let's fish them
how
out.
much?
And if it's
And how much?
bully,
Yes.
let him face the full strength of the law for misinformation and causing possible distress to the public. It's so painful. It's so annoying, and it fits the same trajectory of what we're talking about. Our lack of shame in the space of corruption, lack of accountability. Anyhow I do, and who cares and all that. No, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. A tsunami will come, and it will be a political tsunami. We don't want all these other
It will be.
To be a political tsunami, and
yes, it's just not right anymore.
And turn this country around, and all these carpetbaggers and charlatans will run under the. In fact, they'll be dragged out under the bed, sent to jail. Okay, let's take one or two more stories. I'm intent on doing. Let's rewind today. So we take this one, a Kano incident. Customs seize over $1.1 million in Kano airport bus. This is 1.1 million raw cash, Mr. T. Nigerian Customs Service officers have intercepted a whooping $1.15 million and over 135,000 Saudi riyals at Kano's Malam Aminu Kano International Airport. The undeclared cash was hidden inside a pack of dates. Yes,
Mhm.
dabino. Is it not dabino? Call it or dabino. You know those
Mhm.
seeds. Suspect Hawa Ibrahim Abdullahi have just arrived from Saudi Arabia when customs
Yeah.
officials discovered the stash during a routine baggage check. The money has been forfeited to the federal government, and the suspect is now facing legal consequences. Customs is reminding all travelers declare your cash or face the law. 1.15 million. I saw the picture of the money stacked up like this. American dollars, though, not a naira note. So, you know,
You know that thing is so worrisome. You know, Fudge, every time they discover things like that, they spend days, even weeks, trying to count the money to just is a serious matter. They spend the whole time trying to count the money to make sure it is. I don't.
because
Well, I say kudos to customs. Yeah, look, that's just it. The way to go. The forms you fill at the exit point or entry point says declare your currency. Declare it.
yeah,
It's
is it?
just there. It's so
I,
simple.
I wish Bosun was there. Is it that when you
Yeah.
declare it, is there a limit you can bring in? Is it? Are they going to deduct some things from it? Because why are you hiding it? If maybe it becomes contraband when you reach a certain figure, maybe you can't bring in such volume of cash. You know,
Yes.
maybe
Yes.
there is a limitation. All right. If they say
There
ten
is.
thousand dollars, 1.1 million, there's a problem. You probably have problem trying to declare that. But if there's no
Yeah.
limitation to how much you can carry, why are you hiding it? So that's what we need clarification on. I think there's a limitation to what you can carry.
And it's not
Wow.
looking as if it's the first time. Maybe it just things went wrong this time for the guy.
The man that should be there did not come, or something
He
like
didn't
that.
come. Yes.
Maybe
Yeah.
we're just speculating,
We are
and speculation.
speculating.
Also, that's what another thing is that what is the motive for bringing the money inside the country?
To
Abi,
make more money now. If you change
want
that
to make more
1.1
money.
to naira, you
Believe
become
the
almost a
change
billionaire. Ah, if you feed a billionaire, you yourself, you just
is
stay.
a
Let that one
big
be rich, they'll make you king.
uh,
1.1 million, calculate now, times 1,500 and something.
yeah.
Ah,
They
that's
rob
about that's a
Nigeria, they
billion.
rob the central bank of things
Suddenly you
like
become a
this.
billionaire. Ha. Mm.
In
Even
fact,
our own
then you stop flying the Lagos Ibadan Baga Bridge. You won't pass it again. You just buy
own now,
aircraft.
you
They'll be
use a
dropping you at Ibadan and stuff.
yes, at your own will.
You
Ah,
will at look,
see,
everything will change.
the reason why
Everything
people
will
smoke,
change.
they will gain more than normal.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
they will gain more than ordinary going through the normal routine. Yeah, it's so sad. Let's see one more story. I would have loved to add this second one too. Let's see if we can quickly get it. House of Reps approves tax reforms. VAT stays at 7.5%. Thank God for little mercies. After months of debate and a heated 3-day public hearing, the House of
Hmm.
Representatives has finally adopted Nigeria's tax reforms bills without a single objection.
Ah,
Nigeria. Oh
why
my.
the stress now? Why the stress?
Among among the key decisions, VAT remains at 7.5 and not
Okay.
15% by 2030 proposed by the executive. Inheritance
Okay.
tax has been redefined. The military gets a pass on personal income tax. I think it is good. They're serving
It's
the
good.
country.
Yes.
Speaker Tajuddin Abbas hailed the unanimous approval as historic, while committee chair James Faleki praised lawmakers for their support. The bills backed by President Tinubu are now set for full passage, despite some earlier resistance from different quarters. It's so sad. It's so sad. This is how it will be shared. The VAT sharing formula: 50% to be
Okay.
distributed equally, 20% to be distributed based on population, then 30% to be distributed based on consumption,
Hmm.
which makes sense. Though,
Those-
though consumption will have been more because if you consume, you should have the benefit of the amenities that it can provide, you know. But it's better than making other parts of the country who don't consume as
and
much.
sharing equally, yeah, and sharing equally at the end of the day. Because states that are
Exactly.
making are brewing beer and making
Yeah.
profit from beer consumption, they'll be sharing
Mhm.
the same with states that
Mhm.
must never they must that are haram
Must not.
completely from beer. No, that was
That-
what they fought, and I think on that score for me, it went well.
yeah, I think it's there's some kind of consensus. It makes some
Yeah,
sense. Fifty
yeah.
percent equality, 20% population,
Good.
and then 30% based on consumption. I think it looks
Sure.
fair, so that can pass the bill, and because we need more tax in this part of the world.
We
Many
do.
of us don't pay. Now I want to pay some tax. We'll take a short break. Have another commercial break. We'll be back with Mr. T, Omolara, and Esi-Ìfẹ. Wow. Oh. Okay, we are back, and we're on the last leg with our last story. Mr. T, this is a very particularly, and Omolara is still with us. Thank you. Esi-Ìfẹ is still
Yeah.
here. This is a particularly sad one. I don't know how to frame it. I wish Bosun will be here to add, uh, to do justice to it. There's a story of, I think it came out a week or two ago, a story of a young man called Sunday Jackson faces death sentence for self-defense. It was picked on social media. They say he was attacked on his own farm by a machete-wielding herder, uh, and he fought back and survived. And he said, yes, the Nigerian Supreme Court says he should have run instead. I think this is what do you call it?
Sure. Wrong.
They are paraphrasing the judgment. I say he should have run instead, but it was injured. Under common English law, self-defense doesn't justify killing. But should a man be executed for saving his own life? That was the question. and the agitator says this sets a dangerous precedent. It must speak up. Justice must be fair. The idea, the whole story is that he was attacked on his farm by these headsmen, and he
Mm-hmm.
fought back. And in the
Mm-hmm.
struggle, he was able to kill the assailant, and the court case went to court, and he was sentenced to death. They didn't call it. I mean, I thought he was defending his life, and it struggle and
He
happened, and
killed in
then
self-defense. Yeah.
in self-defense. So it's supposed not to be a manslaughter kind of a thing, and before you know it, it was understood that the Supreme Court uh, held it up. I'm not sure how far true this is, and none of us is a legal expert here. Omolara, by the way, I didn't
Yeah.
ask you. I didn't ask your educational background. I don't think you read law, you know. So I will assume from the first value, it sounds outrageous that you could be held responsible and be sentenced to death for
Mm.
for killing someone in defense of your own life, because you're either killed or you're either killed or be killed. I don't know how it sounds. I don't know. I don't know. Is there a
Fudge,
lawyer out there who can shed some
Fudge,
light on
you have
this?
said it. You have said it. We need a legal interpretation.
Hmm.
We need a legal interpretation.
Okay, so
And
let's yes, go on.
what I think really is that I don't. I hate to say this. Maybe we should revisit all these laws. If you go back to history days, most of those laws were probably drawn in 18 something.
Hmm. Yes,
This
let's
thing.
let's leave it. Let's leave it to our own modern day lawyers to review it. Maybe next week, but we'll be
Yeah.
in position to intervene, and maybe we can also invite a lawyer to come and have
We need a lawyer. Yeah, we need a
yeah,
lawyer.
one of these cases and all that. And then the Rivers case too. The Rivers case, Sim Fubara and the House of Assembly. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
so that I can treat it at a go. Okay, that would be nice. Okay. Uh, After this short break, this next commercial break, we go to Let's Rewind, and then we can have some fun and some music and dance. So we've been talking all the while. Let's do some dancing.
Are we off? We can talk, Fudge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know what's happening. There's a reverb. A reverb for my
Yes,
audio. It's really bad. A reverb
I
for my
noticed it. I
audio.
noticed it.
It's really bad.
It's still showing. You can see. I don't know
It's
what
still
happened.
showing. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So I'm not enjoying holding conversations for too long.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Wow. Thank God we are here. This is what I've been waiting for some time. This is Let's Rewind. It's our way of honoring the legacies of our great entertainers. Every other month, we devote the last segment of the show to music that eventually became national anthems when they were released. We call it
Mm-hmm.
Chartbusters of Yesteryears. Today, we revisit the extraordinarily bubbly year of 2007. Was dominated most handsomely by the P Square duo. And here is why.
Mm.
June. Do you hear this music? Oh, you
Yes,
can't hear it.
I'm hearing. I'm hearing.
Okay.
I hear.
You were on a
Coming back.
dancing mood that time. You have reached that 2007. It's not that far. It's almost 18 years, Abby. It's about
It is
18
far,
years.
Fudge. It's not 30
It's
years. It's
far.
far. It's far.
18 years.
Very popular.
So it's far.
It's quite far.
Time they move. Oh. Hey.
I wish these guys could have some money and go back to the studio and do a remix of these old songs of theirs.
How long?
Yeah,
They were
it will
sensational.
move. Yeah, it will move.
All this they are fighting, they are doing all over the place.
They're just fighting. Banawaja. Their own Ogundadegbe is a offer. Yes, now. I think I can link and there's something wrong.
He gets as they do us in this country nowadays. Oh. Yeah, that was a P Square Do Me. I had featuring YJ. And here's another one, also very popular in 2007. Crisis. African China. Thank you, my love, for inside that Jegunle. Where is African China? The guy speaks.
I'm wondering too.
The guy speaks things, prophetically.
Yeah.
They still
Yeah.
land. They do the, and they're still doing it. And they're still doing it. God is so patient. Why is God so patient with wicked? People that should be plucked out one by one and be lashed in public. They are still stealing, they are still corrupting, they are still doing all sorts.
Fudge, we missed the story of the Nigerian Nigerian council who was debarred and came back in Britain and came back to Nigeria to head the ethics committee in the Senate. With just a cacophony of I don't understand you of anymore. I don't understand.
Let me send.
I've been in a corner.
Oh my! Let me launch the next music. Oh my! It's crisis in this country. That was the African-China Day crisis. We're still in crisis, interestingly. And the next song is called Booty Call by Mo Hits All Stars.
No hit. Mhm.
Oh my, Niger. Oh my shit.
It's just ahead, and it's so bad for this current generation. They are seeing a lot of rubbish.
Nigeria
They are
has
seeing
become
a
a
lot of
drama
rubbish.
scene.
It's very sad. Sexual harassment on campuses. Okay, Abi, Ali, boy, we are not authorizing it. But at the Senate, the chamber that makes the laws and chambers that decide the flow of civil relationship in this country. How,
Mm,
and
mm.
we are packing it under the carpet again. Life must continue. Go and sit that woman, shut your mouth. Are you the only one? Ah,
Uh,
that's what send that woman to United Nations.
hmm.
Even women, even her women folk also against her. Kill them.
Yeah, yeah, that's how, it's the port. It's the port of,
Aye,
it's a national port. If you go to the establishment, you have to
yeah,
start washing your hands. Washing your hands to leave the kitchen because you won't have access to the pot again.
you won't have
And
access.
so
Yeah.
their life depends on that pot. So they will rather
Oh, no.
sacrifice and compromise whatever principles they have.
Mm-hmm.
Let me launch another song.
Yeah.
That's the Banj and the other stars and more hits of 2007, Booty Call.
Mm.
Here's another song that underscores the P Square, where the seminal king of 2007, No One Like You.
Like you. Yeah. That's a nice one.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No one like you. No one. Oh, famous. You don't really like music, do you?
I do.
I've never seen you move your body. It's only your hand. Hmm? It's the men too
Omolara
cool,
must love music now.
too calm. So I'm looking at what really moves Esi-Ìfẹ. I don't know.
Oh, it's Esi-Ìfẹ you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was Omolara. Esi-Ìfẹ is shy, oh. You know,
Yeah, she is.
she is shy.
I don't know why all the women
So
are shy.
in a element, she is there. Maybe because of
I
the
doubt it.
righteous presence of the studio.
I doubt it.
Ah,
Except
okay.
maybe she's alone, or in an enclosed place. Like, some people are fantastic singers in the bathroom, only in the bathroom. Okay, let me learn the
To
last song. Then after that, we say our buys.
yeah, yeah.
No one like you, P squared. Our final song is in the tradition of DJs getting carried away and collaborating with artists to think they are they are singing song, they are creating the music. This is one by DJ Jimmy Jar. They say Styly, featuring Two Face, Mode 9, and Eli, is it Eli J? Ella Joe. Ella Joe. That's
Ella
the
Joe, Ella Joe, yeah.
Ella Joe. It's called Styly. Let's hear it. That's Jimmy and Ella Joe doing the hyping there. Let's hear. Yeah, God.
Why don't you try singing?
Yeah. That's why you see the DJ, what's his name now? The younger one. DJ, is it Techno or what's his name? DJ, what's his name now? Spin off. He has music
You know.
too. I think Popo has one too. Okay, let's say our buys. We are on styling, and so we use style to say our buys. Hearing, it's been a wonderful day. Nice discussion. Painful realization of the state that we are, and where
Mhm.
the people that we have elected and the ones that elected themselves have put us. Esi-Ìfẹ, in spite of the pain and anguish that we are going through, I want to hear you say your bye, and I want you to be lively. Don't let it show the sadness that we are going through.
Goodbye
Yes.
to everybody. Let's be positive. Let's be hopeful. Also, let's drive carefully, especially on our around our bridge areas.
It's been around
Yeah.
Otedolamco.
So,
Okay. Omolara, let's have your bye.
Thank you, everyone, for listening, irrespective of the drama happening around. Stay safe. Run when you are meant to run, and be careful out there.
Yeah. Mr. T, final words today.
Yeah, Fudge. Again, reminder to our senators and people in government, live today as it were your last. And remember what the legacy you need to leave behind. I also want to say very big condolences to the family of Oshifowara, Boiga, and Bosun. Mama rests well. From us here, we wish you the best. Good morning.
Thank you, sir. That's still playing Styly DJ Jimmy Jazz featuring the lovely voice of Two Face, the raps of Mode 9, and
Mhm.
the hypes of Ella Joe. So I guess the melody is from Jimmy Jazz. That would be his contribution. Whatever it is, it was a big thing in 2007. And the only thing missing that I couldn't get was Cry by Mode 9. It was also a hell of a one in that period. But time is against us. We can listen to it. It's a long piece, almost 6 minutes long. I thought it was only fella that would do that. You know, they did that. Well, thank you for listening up to this very moment. As we often say, be genuinely nice to people around you every day and do good as best as you can afford it. We pray and ask that you stay blessed. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Mr. T.
Faraj, any day. Blessed weekend,
See you.
everybody.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Bye.